All right, welcome to staff meeting. If you're watching the recording of this because you missed staff meeting, we have some words to be had. But anyway, so we got Sydney on, we got Woodley, Michaela, Divinity, and then here in person we have Miguel, Zoe, and Pax, all here ready to go for staff meeting. We will use the entire time today, and I have a lot of shit that I want to talk to you guys about, and not a lot of time to do it. So we're gonna get very active. So make sure you guys take out your guys' notes, and let's get into it. So first thing I want to do is a rose and a thorn. So go around, highlight of your week, low light of your week, popcorn to the next person. I want to know how you guys are feeling. So, Miss Michaela Gale, you can start us off.
Okay, so a rose for the week. Despite this being like my first week on campus, I still managed to do a demo and sell something.
Heyo.
So that's great. And then a thorn. I didn't do that many. I didn't do as much as I wanted to because stuff came up. So
Fair enough. Awesome. Popcorn to someone else.
Sydney.
So my rose for the week would probably be I started my college classes and at least got 2 demos done my first day, which is pretty nice. But my thorn for the week, I got a little overwhelmed and haven't been able to do as much as I would like to do. And I feel like I've gotten a little behind, but building my way back up.
I love it. Go ahead and popcorn to the next person.
Woodley.
One good thing is I like Arizona. One bad thing, my computer science, it's pretty hard. My classes are pretty hard, so yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Go ahead and popcorn to someone else.
DJ.
Rose for the week is I finally had a phone jam by myself and I've scheduled 5 demos.
Hey.
And and I have most of them tomorrow, which is my first day of class. So yay. And then a thorn for the week. I had a rough start earlier this week, so I didn't make any phone calls, and then I didn't get a lot of phone calls done on Thursday, but then I made that up in my phone jam that I had.
Awesome. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I love it. And then I'm a popcorn to Pax because he's here in person. You guys can't see who's in person. So popcorn Pax.
Okay, they're very connected. Rose for the week. The used peanut butter machine is a nice, good quality one that I ordered. Came in, but it's missing parts that it needs to function properly. So that was a bit of a rose. Over the thorn, but then the negative. The good part is they will do the research, figure out what's needed, and order the parts, and it still costs $2,000 less than buying a new machine. So even though it was more than I thought it'd be, it's still less than it would have been. So
fuck yeah.
In the end, we're cooking.
We're cooking.
We're cooking.
We're cooking. Zoe?
My rose for the week is that I actually sold stuff.
Hey.
Yeah, I went 3 for 3 this weekend. And despite coming down to visit my family for the weekend, I still did an in-person demo and sold stuff today. So there's that. My thorn for the week is that I have to drive to college after this.
Yeah. 3-hour drive back up to Greeley.
Get there at least 12:30.
That's what I did.
Yeah. That's what Pax did. And he ran a Great Branch and was an All-American and won a lot of great awards.
Awesome.
Miguel?
Except for the
My rose for the week was I went 3 for 3 on demos.
Fuck yeah.
So closing all of them, and then I guess my thorn would be I didn't get as many recommendations of what I wanted from those demos, but some's better than none.
Some's better than none. I'll take that 10 times out of 10. Next thing I want to go ahead and do is some appreciation. I want to do appreciation for the amount of demos, calls, sales, And then I'm putting a new award together for staff meeting called the MVP award, most valuable player. And it's like the person for the week who I think went above and beyond and was the most valuable member of our team that week. And every single week we're gonna have an MVP of the team, which is pretty cool. So besides that, let's go ahead and look at some stats here and see and give some appreciation to where you guys are at for the week. So far for this tab week, we got, was this last week or is this week? No, this is this week. Awesome. So we got Emma Snyder on the board, 82 CPO. One clap for Emma on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we got Miss Michaela Gale placing an order, 175 CPO. Congratulations on getting an order placed. Order on the board. One clap for her on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we got Miguel going 3 for 3, 688 CPO. One clap for Miguel on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we got Ms. Zoe Cantrell going 3 for 3 as well at 1,494 CPO. Driving back from college, putting together a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of attention and detail. So one clap for Zoe on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then for the most phone calls, let's go ahead and go to the reports. And we will go to the tab week. So shout out to Miss Divinity Trevor for booking 6 demos this week. Leading the squad, leading the charge with 6 appointments booked. So let's give her a 1 clap on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then also making the most phone calls. No surprising correlation, I think not. So 40 calls, 6 demos booked. Great numbers, homegirl. I love it. Another clap for Divinity on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then next, so you guys are rock stars. Next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is our MVP award for this week. And you guys made it freaking tough. But I think the MVP award for most valuable player, most valuable assistant manager goes to, drumroll, no one. All right, awesome. It actually goes to Mr. Miguel Ortiz with an honorable mention of Zoe for putting in an incredible effort and coming down and visiting as well. So you were the runner-up. Didn't get enough votes. I'm sorry.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. But the reason why Miguel is MVP of this week, going 3 for 3, closing on 100% of his demos, helping with campus work as well, helping flyer, helping poster, going to campuses this past week. Also, just your attention to detail and this newfound motivation for the job and taking the job really seriously and having to start having things like really click for you. It's been a really cool process to see in this past week. And if you can make every week look like this week, dude, you're gonna be dangerous. You're gonna be a dangerous guy, dangerous guy. But obviously second runner-up Zoe, driving back from college, going 3 for 3, selling some signatures, ultimate, doing in-person demos, and obviously being here in person for staff meeting is fucking huge too. So it was tough between you guys, but honorable mention to Zoe. So Miguel, congratulations on being this week's MVP. Next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is I want to do a quick calendar review. So if you guys want to go ahead and take out your guys' calendars, take out your guys' schedules. We have a very busy week this week. So let me pull this up. So on the 30th, oh, this is fall kickoff. I want this. So on the 29th, so this Tuesday, we have our first Leadership Academy. We have our first Leadership Academy on Tuesday, August 29th, and that's going to be from 6 to 8:30 Mountain Time. So for Woodley, it'll be from 5 to 7:30 your time. And this is going to be one of the most important leadership academies that you guys can go to for the week. The Zoom link for it is tinyurl.com/RMD meeting. If you are here and local and in person, you guys can obviously come to the office and I'll have things up and going in the office as well. So you can either come in person or you guys can join virtually if you are out of town. So just to review the agenda, Drew's going to talk about the class of 2024 and just kind of welcome you guys into our Leadership Academy. talking about choosing growth, what makes a successful branch, and then we're going to break down what a 50K branch looks like, 100K, 250, and what a $500 summer looks like. So we're going to talk about PPR and recruiting goals. And then we're going to do kind of a branch manager, new district manager income opportunities. So we're going to break down what the money really looks like, and we're going to like dive deep into the finances part of it. And then we're going to talk about the branch skills curriculum. So pretty much we're going to be talking about what the rest of the leadership academies are going to look like, and what the vibes and what the agendas for the rest of the year will look like. And then we're going to do a calendar review. Drew's going to dive into the territories that are up for stake. And then we're going to talk about skills, sales, savings, and then what the summer of 2024 will feel like, talking about capacity, your impact, and just the progress. And then your boy will be talking to you guys about how to stand out in your class, because I was very good at standing out in my class as well. So just talking about the more you learn, the more you earn. We have a really cool new learning portal, which is really fun and really exciting. And then talking about winning trips, pushes, January program where you guys get to sell around your Christmas break throughout January, getting your friends invited onto the team as well, and how you guys can win a trip to Mexico in December just for selling and doing a little December push. And then we're going to talk about the summer manager trip and how work trips are fucking lit. And then Michael Hall will be diving into time management for branch managers. So how he fits all of it in while he's doing everything in school as well. So he's going to talk about Olean trip preparation, and then we're going to have an Olean push week competition as well. And then Jenna Gong, one of our veteran district managers, she started back in like 2014, left right before COVID, and now post-COVID is coming back to work with us again. Which is pretty fire. One of my leaders, one of my mentors, one of the people that I looked up to when I was a branch and when I was an assistant manager. She's going to be talking about the importance of recruiting. And then Amy Beasley is going to be giving some financial fitness, talking about how to save for a branch, how to save for a district, savings accounts, goals, milestones, and just how to take care of your money and how to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. And then Tristan's going to give you some keys on September keys for our top candidates and just really how to get the most out of the next month. So that's going to be on the 29th. On the 30th, we have our fall kickoff. So we have a Rocky Mountain Division meeting. That'll be on the 30th. That'll be from 6 to 8:30 as well. Same place, same time. You guys can come in person to our office, or you can join virtually for that as well. And it's just kicking off the fall campaign. The fall campaign ends on Monday at midnight. And that officially closes the fall campaign. So Drew's going to be talking about All-American scholarships, D30 advancement, finding balance moving forward. We're talking about how this is the place to be and just giving a vector opportunity message. Jenna's going to be talking about selling around school. Jenna has coached a lot of All-American scholarships. That'll be a good message for you guys. Charlie's going to be talking about sets, which will also be good for you guys because you guys are good at closing, but we need to boost up that average order and start selling a little bit more sets. Amy's going to talk about consistency and phoning, newsletter, goal breakdown, and how to phone like a CSP. And then we're going to have a 30-minute phone jam. And then to wrap us off, Tristan's also going to be talking about how to start September the right way as well. Following that, we will have team meetings still on Thursday from 6 to 8 o'clock again. So we have 3 meetings back to back to back. It pisses me off because all of our other offices are doing Thursday, Friday trainings. They have their team meetings on Wednesday, and we're the only office that's doing Thursday, Friday. So since we're in the minority, we have to compromise. So a little irritating, but it's fine. So team meeting this week is mainly just going to be recognition. We're probably going to play a Kahoot and then fuck around and find out and then do a phone jam. So it's going to be no content, no skill, just because we had Leadership Academy, fall kickoff. It's just going to be having fun, hanging out, making sure you guys feel good for all your hard work that you've been doing, and then diving into a phone call. So you guys can use that time to build your names list. You can use that time to build your names list for demos, make your PowerPoints for your slideshows, whatever it might be. You guys can just use that time to be productive. So that's a little bit of a calendar review. Does anyone have any questions on those 3 events that are coming up? Gorgeous. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is nothing new, but your guys' Olean homemaker sets. The only people that have sold their Olean homemaker sets are Sydney and maybe Zoe, depending on how things go. But with that being said, all of you guys need to sell your Olean homemaker sets like ASAP. I've been looking at your guys' commission statements and it is not pretty. I need to make sure that you guys are making money. My number one job is to make sure that you guys are making money. And you guys are getting charged $30 to $50 a week right now for depending on when you signed up. You guys are getting charged right now for Olean trips, and that doesn't feel good for me because you guys are putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort, and then you're getting that money taken out of your account every week. It's shitty, it's a kick in the nuts, and I don't like it. So you guys need to sell that ASAP as soon as possible. Like next week, next demo you do, put a lot of stress on it. Even with that being said, you can also sell a galley set, you can sell a trade-in galley set, or you can also sell an essential set for 50%. So even if you sell 2 galleys, 2 essential sets, it doesn't have to be a homemaker set. It doesn't have to be whatever. But please, 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 every demo you do, talk about Olean, talk about how this essential set will get you 50% there, how this galley set, how this homemaker set. Give people an extra reason, an extra excuse. This is the last time I want to fucking talk about this. That needs to get sold as soon as possible so you guys can start making money. So
Does it count as an essential set if it's one of like, the fire, the super sure special type thing?
I'm not sure on the specific details on that, but it's on the flyer that I gave you. So double check the flyer. And then with that being said too, everyone needs to put this in their calendar and put this in their calendar. Everyone here needs to be at $6,000 in sales by October 6th. Every single person here is signed up. If you are over $6,000 in sales, this doesn't pertain to you, so you guys can just chill out for a second. But you guys need to get to 6K in sales by October 6th. It is a region requirement for every single one of our candidates to be over $6,000 in sales to go to Olean. If you guys are not over $6,000 by this October 6th date, they are not going to book your flights, they're not going to book your hotels, and they are not going to have you invited and come. That's not a Trey thing, that's not Trey being a dick, that is a Lloyd rule, which is our region manager. Get to $6,000 as soon as possible so you guys can go to Olean. A lot of you guys are close, a lot of you guys are on the edge. So please, please, please put a big priority on your guys' demos, put a big priority on your guys' sales, on your goal sharing, making sure that you guys are getting that Olean set sold, and make sure you guys are getting to that $6,000 in sales. Next thing I want to talk about as well, talking about Leadership Academy, is our Leadership Academy videos. I've been sending them out in the group me, but I also just want to get a checkup from the neck up on this and see where we are standing at. So with that being said, some of you guys have been doing a very good job with your Leadership Academy. Actually, I was in the right spreadsheet. I was just on the wrong page. Some of you guys have been doing a really good job with it. Some of you guys have not been doing a good job with it. So I want to give a special shout out to Miss Sydney DeGilio for getting all 8 videos watched and sending me all 8 takeaways. You're a freaking rock star. And also shout out to Anthony. Anthony also has all 8 of those videos watched and completed and has texted me takeaways. If your name doesn't have any green boxes next to it, please make sure that you guys are watching those videos, and please make sure that you guys are getting those Leadership Academy videos done. It is on my YouTube under Branch Manager Training. I have them numbered video 1 through 8. You need to watch it and send me 7 takeaways in order to get a green box. Some of you guys have been doing a really great job of it. Some of you guys have not been doing a very good job of it. Make sure that this gets priority. This is a part of your branch training. Yes, the Leadership Academies are designed to make sure that you guys get the stuff done that you need to get done, but we only have those once a month. And throughout the span of 8 meetings, you are not going to be branch ready just showing up to Leadership Academy on the first Tuesday of every month. You're not going to be branch ready. So this is our branch manager training on how you guys are going to run your guys' office and make sure that you guys see that success. I stopped putting out videos until everyone fucking watches them. So if you're like Sydney or if you're like Anthony and you've gotten all your videos done and you're wanting more, get on your teammates and get on the other assistant managers about getting their shit done so that we can get more content going, because I don't want anyone to fall behind, and I want someone to have to watch like 12 videos and like 4 hours worth of just me talking, because no one wants to listen to me for 4 hours straight. So make sure you guys get those videos done. Make sure you guys get those videos watched ASAP and send me 7 takeaways. They're all like 15 to 20 minutes. I got a couple longer ones, like video 8 is just staff meeting. So just send me you guys' notes from last staff meeting, and you guys are good, and we'll get a box for that. Besides that, all the other videos are like 20 minutes max, 15, 8, 7 minutes long. And I just want to put them in bite-sized pieces for you guys, so you guys can also look back and reference those as well. So it's important, and I'm not just doing it and talking about it for shits and gigs. So please put a priority on this. Next, we talked about TLA. Awesome. So speaking of learning, Shelby Wildgust, she's one of our corporate people. Her job is research and development for our company. And what Shelby did was Shelby put together this brand new learning portal. And what this learning portal is they took SLC talks, and SLC stands for Sales Leadership Conference. And that's a conference that all of the district managers go to in October once a year. And so it's literally the best of the best. The best district managers in our entire company teach all of the other district managers. So what Sydney did, what Shelby did, is she took those hour-long messages, shortened them down into condensed videos for you guys to be better assistant managers and better branch managers, to make sure you guys get like the proper like philosophies, the proper like awareness, the systems, the programs, and that kind of stuff. So there's a learning portal. It'll track your videos. It's like you'll watch a 3-minute segment, answer a question, do a 3-minute segment, answer a question. Drew wants me to talk about it during Leadership Academy, and I just wanted to make sure you guys are on the heads up of that as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to require you guys to do that, but Drew wants me to talk about it, and Drew thinks it's the next best thing since sliced bread. So I'm doubtful, but we'll see. We'll see. You guys can fuck around with it. Tell me what you think. If you like it, don't like it. I have my own personal opinions on it, but I want to know what you guys think. So just as a heads up, that is happening. Next thing I want to talk about as well is our GroupMe is so shitty.
Where would we find that for?
You're going to get links to it on Tuesday.
Okay.
Miguel asked a great question. He said, when are we going to get the links, or how do we find that? You guys are going to get the links, and you guys are going to have the opportunity to create an account on Tuesday. Okay. Next thing is our GroupMe is shit. We've been like having a lot of sales success, and like Zoe's been posting in there, Miguel's been posting in there, and I want to make sure that we are supporting our teammates. And just as a reminder, what the GroupMe is for you to post about your sales and spread hot news, for you to encourage your teammates when they do make hot news and when they do something well and encouraging others, and then for me to post announcements, not for me to post announcements, post about other people's sales and post about you guys. And in the summertime, that bitch was lit. It is not lit. It is dead, and I hate it. So make sure that you guys are posting in the GroupMe, that you guys have your notifications on, and when you see a notification pop up, at least like the message, comment at somebody else. And I'm not sure if you guys have realized this or not, but when you tag someone and somebody else likes your message, they also get a notification. So if I tag Woodley in a post and say, congratulations, Woodley, and then like Michaela likes it, I'll get a notification, and Woodley will also get a notification as well, which is fire. So that makes him feel good, makes me feel good, and Michaela hit 2 birds out with 1 stone. So make sure you guys are tagging each other in the GroupMe, make sure you guys are liking messages in the GroupMe, and make sure you guys are being active members and a part of our team. One person's success is everyone's success, and everyone's success means that we are 1 step closer to winning a fucking silver cup, which is our overarching goal, and we're gonna have the biggest comeback of the fucking century. So make sure that you guys are supporting each other and making sure that you guys are being good teammates to everybody else. Next, speaking of the Silver Cup race, we are number 21 in the Silver Cup race, which means we are like, they do top 20. So we're not on the report yet. And we're like missing it by like 7K. It's so irritating. So We need to be selling a lot more. So with that being said, I'm putting together a contest where as an office, I want all of us to collectively book 100 demos a week. Now, I've been doing a shit ton of campus recruiting. We've been getting a shit ton of applications, and our team is about to grow really rapidly, really quickly. So there's going to be a lot of help that way, but I also want to make sure that you guys are helping lead by that example as well. If everyone here books 4 demos a week, it'll be a big chunk of that. It'll probably be about a fourth of that because I have like 10 of you guys. No, how many assistant managers do I have? I think I have 11.
Yeah.
11. So if you each book 4, that's 44. That's almost half. And that just takes you guys doing 4 demos a week. With that being said, I'm having a contest where the person who books and completes the most appointments in the week will get a free knife from me. That is how much stress and how that's the importance of that. So Divinity, I'm sorry, but that's starting next week. Starting next week. So next tab week, whoever books the most demos will get a free knife of choice from me just for booking and completing the most demos and the most appointments. So if you guys want to build your sample kit and be like, oh, Trey, what's a gourmet prep knife? What's a veggie knife? How can I use that in my demos and my presentations? Or how can I upsell this item? Cool, book the most demos, get it, and then you can fuck around with it and see how awesome it is. So the goal is to do 100 demos, book 100 demos every single week. Next is with our phone jam times. You guys feel free to unmute yourselves. I want some honest feedback. These past phone jams this week, Saturday's phone jam and Sunday's phone jam, nobody showed up to them. And I was kind of upset about that. But also I realized that you guys are now in school. So when is a good time to do phone jams and have reps come to the office or reps hop on Zoom around your guys' college schedule to do more phone jams? Because if the phone jam times that I have aren't working for you guys in your schedule, I want you guys phoning, and I want you guys phoning together, because phoning together is way more fun than phoning alone. With that being said, when we pick these times, I need you guys to commit and show up, and I need you guys to be leaders in these phone jams. I need you guys to be leaders in these phone jams as well. And even if it's, hey, Emma has a phone jam every Tuesday from 5 to 6. Zoe will have one, Miguel will have one. And if it's like, hey, one assistant manager a day will have a phone jam, I'm cool with that. That fits around your schedule. So like, for example, like if Emma is like, oh, I can only do a phone jam on Monday mornings from like 7 a.m. to like 8 p.m. before my first class, cool. I'll put that on the team meeting slide and say, hey, we have 7 phone jams going on between 7 different assistant managers. Pick one. Or if you guys both want to do a demo at a certain day at a certain time, you guys can do that too, and you guys can lead your own phone jams as well, which I'm also 100% okay with. Or if you just like want a hard and set in stone, like I'm running, like Trey is running that phone jam, that can work too. That can work as well. But I need you guys to commit to it. I need you guys to be leaders with it. With that being said, being leaders of like encouraging others, being like, hey, I see you've only made like 4 phone calls and it's been like 30 minutes. Let's get those numbers up a little bit. Or like, hey, I've made this many, leading by example, showing, not telling. And then last thought before I open it up for feedback is I want to lead a $1 demo phone jam, which means every demo you book, you'll get $1 from me. And I want that to be the phone jam that I lead. Once again, I will never ask you guys to do something that I'm not personally willing to do or haven't done. So I want to lead a phone jam too. So I want to know what time works best for you guys to do a $1 demo phone jam, and what times and dates do you guys want to lead your phone jams? Emma, I said that you had your little hand raised.
Yes. So I just wanted to tell you my time because I have a busy schedule. So on Fridays from 6 to 7 or 6 to 8, I would be happy to run a phone jam.
Cool. Post that in the group me, in our AM group me, so that I know,
Okay.
and so I can put it on the slides. With that being said, who else can lead a phone jam? Zoe?
I can do Thursdays from like 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
So like right before team meeting?
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Can you post that in the group me so I can put that on the slides? Who else can lead a phone jam and when?
Or actually, I can do Tuesdays. I got time.
Cool, post it. So we got Tuesday and Friday taken up. Who else can lead a phone jam? I don't care if it's for an hour either. If it's just for an hour, I'm cool with that too.
Sundays work for me from oh, hold on, give me a second. Sundays still yes, but I gotta look at it. Yeah, Sundays from 5 to 6:30.
Gorgeous. Right before team meeting or right before staff meeting?
Yeah.
I love it. Post it. So we have what, 1, 2, 3 so far? Who else can?
I can do Wednesdays from 5 to 7.
Okay. Post it.
And then you're still gonna have those 2 for training.
Yeah, I'll still have the two phone jams open for training, so you guys can phone with the training class, and I'll still do Monday phone jams as well. Saturday morning phone jam, I don't want to do a dollar demo phone jam then in front of the training class, because they're gonna be like, what the fuck? But maybe in like a Sunday morning one, or like a Tuesday night. I'm also down to do like a morning one, like Thursday, actually. Friday morning before training, that's when I'll do my dollar demo one. Do you guys have classes Friday morning?
Yes.
Some no's, some yeses. Okay. Well, we'll fuck around and find out. So, what times would work best collectively for us to do a dollar demo phone jam? Because that's a phone jam that I want to lead to. So besides Friday, Saturday, I'm in training. And then you guys know team meeting, staff meeting I'm at. And then I have a couple interview times, and I can just do interviews as I'm doing a phone jam too. So what time would work best for you guys, or what time would you guys want to do that? So I can give you guys some money. Any preferences?
Not to steal I think it was Divinity's time slot, but I think if we just do it right before team meeting, we'll all be available, because like we've made ourselves available for team meeting, or not team meeting, staff meeting anyway. So Sunday afternoon, Sunday nights, because we won't have any classes then.
I like that, because that will help us book Monday demos and then book Tuesday demos as well, so we can end the week strong, start the week strong. Cool. So Divinity, you and I are going to piggyback on that, because I'll be doing like PCs and stuff during that time, so you can lead it. I'll have my Zoom open. I'll just be in a breakout room, but you can lead that phone jam as well. And I'll just come back to recap and see how many demos people booked, and then I'll just Venmo whoever.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Is there any way that we could possibly, like, I know that we set reminders for in the calendars and whatnot, but sometimes I don't know if the phone jam is actually going on or not. So then sometimes I don't show up because I didn't get nobody like reminded me. So then sometimes I forget. So is there?
That's not a you thing, that's a me thing.
Okay.
So I will do a better job, because I've also heard that more than once today.
Okay.
So I will do a better job of promoting phone jams and making sure that you guys know about phone jams ahead of time and know that they're happening, versus them not happening. So once I get everyone's phone jam time, tomorrow I have some time in my calendar, and I'm just gonna make sure that we all have everything lined up. My calendar matches your guys's, and that you guys also have each other's phone jam times. Cool. Next. Not this week, but starting the week of the 5th of September 5th. So you guys can write this down in your notes. Starting the week of September 5th. I am going to need your guys' help doing post screens. So if you haven't watched that post screen video on LA video training, make sure you guys do that. And if I haven't shared our post screen script with you, and if I haven't shared you guys to the Google Sheet yet, let me know. But starting the week of the 5th, you guys are going to help me with post screens, and you guys are going to be doing interviews. Me and our receptionist staff are flooded and overwhelmed with post screens. And tomorrow, as of today, already for tomorrow, I already have 6 post screens that I need to do in 2 hours, which is going to be cutting it close. So I need help. Our other receptionist team, they need help as well. They do a lot of behind the scenes stuff and they book a lot of people up for interviews, but we're starting to get overwhelmed with the amount of PR names we have, and we're also starting to get overwhelmed with the amount of post screens that we're doing. And it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have. We just have too many people that we need to call and not enough people to call. But with you guys are going to start doing blitzes starting the week of the 5th, and you guys are going to start doing post screens and start sending people up for interviews starting the week of the 5th. So if we have not created a Vector Live for you yet, make sure in our next PC that you put a note in your calendar and say, hey, make sure you have a Vector Live created. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, make sure you definitely put a note in so I can make sure that you guys have a Vector Live so we can start building the team and that you guys can start being team builders. With that being said, actually, we're not going to do that because we're doing that over here. Next thing, I actually am going to pass the sticks over to Pax, and me and Pax had a really good PC today. We talked about team goals, where we see our goals as an office, where Pax sees himself, where we see the office, and where we see you guys standing at, and what we can really do as an office and what we can really achieve. It was a really good brainstorming. Me and Pax also planned then his next 2 campaigns. We broke down the sales, the effort, the goal, a weekly goal, income goal, financial goal. And it was a really good one-on-one. I just want you guys to kind of listen into Pax and see kind of where Pax's mentality at, where his head is at, and hear what his goals and aspirations are. Go stand up there in front of the Zoom peeps and speak with a purpose so that they can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
He's a modest guy.
I'm a loud guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just had a PC with Trey today, and he's like, yo, Pax, I want you to tell everyone about it. So I'm gonna tell you all about it. Because I just kind of came in, I was like, and I was just told Trey what I really want to, do with this job. I don't think anyone here is really taking the full advantage that we could be. I think we all know that. So personally, I want to be completely financially independent. Right now, my parents are paying my rent, and I am sick of it. So just no more of that. So I looked at the numbers of what I need for my rent, my groceries, my car insurance. Those were the big 3 that I really, and then everything else is like whatever. I figured out, I don't actually have the numbers in front of me, but I know with that plus the savings I want to have for my branch, I need to sell 2.75K a week, all the way every week until May. So that's long story short what the numbers ended up being. So like, well, I can do that. Personally, I don't want to run. I mean, my last branch was horrible. I mean, it was during COVID, which was not my vibe. But this time I want to do it right and do what I know I'm capable of. So I want to have a branch that is capable of winning a silver cup, whether I do or don't. Like if someone comes out and has $1 million branch and kicks my ass, whatever. But I want to have like a legit competing up there for real. No corners cut, no like cheaping out on any expense that can help me win. Full send branch that gives every kid I recruit the best experience they can with Vector. I get the most people in, and they all sell the most they can. Just full send it. On top of that, I mean, I want Trey to have the opportunity to become a division manager. I think he's capable of that. And I believe that, it really and truly it is up to us to like, he can't even sell any of the knives on his own. Like it's all people out selling it for him. So I think, but I do think he's a great manager, and I think he's a great job. I see him how he invests into you guys. So I think we just need to get more people in front of him, and we also need to do a better job of investing into each other and taking ourselves a little bit more seriously. So on top of me wanting to have a silver cup branch, I think we should have a district team silver cup next year. Absolutely. I mean, with all the candidates we already have right now, all the new kids we're going to recruit who could potentially become branch candidates, all the potential I know everyone in this room has. Like, we got talent, we just got to work it.
So what is a district team silver cup?
So that is, I don't actually know the specifics of it. I know it's his district office plus like his top branches, basically.
Yeah, so it's my office sales, the Colorado Springs office, plus all of your guys' office sales. We get to compete for a silver cup as a district team. So every single one of you guys who opens.
Oh, it's not just like the top one, just all branches?
It's all branches. So
Yeah, that's ours. that is ours. We're taking it. Like, there's too many of us, we're too good, fuck everyone else. That's what we're here for. And I'm not kidding, like, that is so. Yeah, so for me, the 2.7K a week is the 11K a month. I want to start doing shows. And gosh, I scribble a lot. Things I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start blitzing twice a week. You don't know what blitzing is, Trade, you know what
Some of them do, some of them don't. What blitzing is calling people to set them up for interviews.
So I'm gonna start doing that twice a week. I'm gonna do it right before team meeting, and then I'm also gonna start running a key staff.
So put this in your guys' notes.
This is actually the really important part. So I am taking on and I'm gonna be heading the key staff program of the office. So key staff, I'm gonna be very strict on this, is for everyone who's over 6K. It's like a second team meeting for all the good people. So it's gonna be Tuesdays, 6 to 8, that's the time of team meeting, right? So same time as team meeting, just on Tuesdays. Instead of Trey leading it, I'm gonna be leading it. And I'm gonna be teaching it, and it's gonna be sexy. We're gonna have fun. And we're gonna make some.
That's the same time as advanced training, not team meeting. So it'll be every Tuesday from 6 to 8. So I'll already be here at the office with the new training class. And the thought is I want to parade you guys and show you guys off and be like, yeah, this is everyone over 6K. They're learning from Pax, one of our Cutco sales professionals who's also going to be running a branch office. And they're just getting ready to run their branch office together, get to 6K and get to be a part of these meetings. So that's kind of the thought process and the idea of it. But once again, it is invite only. You have to be over 6K to be there.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, Olean and key staff are both 6K, get to 6K. You can get to 6K whenever, there's no deadline, like I'm gonna do this until I run the branch. So I'm gonna take that on. Right before then, I'm gonna be blitzing before Tuesdays and Thursdays. So for me, I'm gonna, because I'm gonna maximize the time in the schedule. So I'm gonna show up Tuesdays at 5 o'clock, blitz for an hour, then run key staff from 6 to 8, which is gonna include a phone jam. And then team meeting, I'm gonna show up at 5 o'clock, blitz for an hour, 6 o'clock team meeting starts, and that includes a phone jam. So those are my two main phone jams. And I'll also I've just thought of this, I actually really like the idea. Every day I'm waking up, I'm getting a workout in starting at 7 a.m. because I love working out in the morning. I don't know why I don't do it more, so I'm just gonna do it more. And then after that, I'm gonna have a 1 dial phone jam every day at 8 a.m. Meaning I make 1 phone call, and if they don't even pick up, I don't even care. But just to break the ice, because I hate starting. Once I'm phoning, I love phoning, but I hate starting phoning. Like I get nervous still. It's like show business, like whatever. But when I break the ice, I love it. So every day at 8 a.m., I'm doing 1 single dial just to make a phone call every day. I don't care if they pick up. I don't care if they book. I don't care if I just get voicemail. I might call the same person because I know they're never going to pick up. But I'm going to do it just to get it, and then if I behind on demos or for whatever reason, I didn't book anyone in my key staff on jam, Wednesday morning, I can make up for it. But that's what I'm going to do. That's how my day is going to start. I'm really excited about it. And I think, I would love to get as many people as I can in the blitzes with me. Especially everyone in key staff, I think should show up at 5 o'clock and then blitz, and then we do their key staff stuff. I would also, Trey and I have been talking about having a dress code for assistant managers at team meetings. Because I get it, we're college kids, but at the same time, we have like professional level income. Your job description and Curtis's job description are the same thing. He's making $500,000 a year and we're not, but he dressed his success. I've never seen the guy not in a button down. Like, I'm in sweatpants and a t-shirt right now saying this, like, not the like, but still, I think we could be more professional. I think it sets a better tone for the new recruits. I think that like putting the investment to make yourself look good before you come to the office sets a tone for the meeting. Like it gets you mentally ready. It's just, there's a reason people do it. So we should do it. Like we're not, I'm saying we should take them seriously. I'm going to take it more seriously. And I'm inviting you to join me. So everyone over 6K, the first one's going to be September 5th, and it's going to be a weekly thing.
And I will also put that in the group meeting along with the updated schedule when I have time to get all these schedules and dates in the calendar. so you guys can plan for it weeks in advance. So it's not gonna be this next following week, starting this Monday, but the next Monday. That is when it's gonna start.
Next Tuesday.
So.
Hello?
Hello? Hi, Michaela.
Sorry, I couldn't like hear for a second. Like I had to like leave the room because I'm like, never mind. Sorry, couldn't hear.
Oh, did you get the, okay. Did you hear what key stuff is and when it is?
Yes, it literally like cut out like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, so you're fine then. Yeah, that's that. And for those of you who don't know about my peanut butter, that's why I'm here, is to raise funds and also do some direct marketing for my peanut butter. Also, I love the knives. I love getting the knives in people's homes because then their lives are better. So it's like a win-win. But everything I'm working towards is that at the end of the branch, I want to have enough money, basically saved up where I can get my peanut butter into stores.
What are
That's
some
why
of your other branch goals? Just click admit.
those are the mid button. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's really good.
We should talk later.
Sun-peace.com, use discount code PAX, PAX for free shipping, because I won't have to ship it to you, I will just give it to you. So,
Shipping is hand direct.
yeah, literally,
Hand delivered.
hand delivered.
And then. Cool. Yeah, everything that Pac said, I fucking agree with. So, that's why I wanted him to talk. I think that our squad has a lot of potential. And I've set a bad tone and a bad example coming to the office, and once again, t-shirts and jeans and whatever. And I want to set a better tone and a better example for you guys. So for team meetings, when we're around other reps in the office, if you come to the office for like a stop by and you know that there's gonna be other people here, dress to impress. Me and Pax, we grew up in the business back in 2019 when everything was all in person. And like, if you didn't have like a button down and slacks on, like you got kicked out of the office, and Kevin would tell you to go home, change, and then you can come back. And so, I'm very much more low key. I'm much more relaxed about that. But after talking with Pax, I think that it's had a negative trickle down effect in our office. So for my peeps that are coming in person, to the office, dress to impress. I have an entire business wardrobe, like a bunch of button downs and a bunch of nice pants and shit, and I just never wear them anymore. Just because I'm like, fuck it, wear a graphic tee, it'll be a lot cooler. But I'm starting next week as well. I'm gonna start dressing to impress. So you're gonna start seeing me dress the part. If I want to be a division manager, I have to dress the part, act the part, be the part, and your division manager is not showing up like this. So that's something that's on me that I didn't even like consciously think about. But once you guys come to the office, if you guys ever do come to the office, I know a lot of you guys are out at school and I'm going to be on Zoom and stuff, but start to dress to impress when you guys do come to the office. Sound good? Cool. Any questions, comments, feedback, concerns? Thumbs up if you guys like that. Gorgeous. Cool. Next thing. I want you guys to all write this down in all caps. No vector connecting. No vector connecting. And what does that mean? It means don't have sex with anyone in the office. Don't have sex with any of the reps. Don't have sex with any of the district managers, any of the CSPs. If someone tries to come on to you and insinuate that, let me know ASAP and I will get it handled. I will get it taken care of because that is wildly inappropriate. So as district managers, we had to go through sexual harassment training and how to conduct yourself in the workplace. And I don't think I've done a good job putting emphasis on this, and especially with the next topic that we're about to talk about, because I'm going to actually give you guys teams and actually give you guys reps of people that you are managing. And so you guys are going to be talking to a lot more people, a lot more reps, both male, female, anywhere in between. I don't really care. They're going to be reps on our team. But I just want to set the tone, set the precedent that is not our culture. That is not our environment. That is not what we do. From this point forward, I don't care what's happened in the past. Leave it in the past. But from this point forward, making sure that we are running a safe business where people feel welcomed and invited. And if you ever have another district manager, another Cutco sales professional, another branch manager from a different office, either in our division or outside of my division, that makes a comment at you, a comment about your body, a comment about anything that is not a business related topic, let me know and I want to make sure that it's taken care of. I am obviously, from having this conversation, I'm very against sexual harassment. I'm very against that in the workplace. There's a billion other people in the world who don't have a rep number that you can have sex with and fuck. So, putting it out there like that. So with that being said, we are going to start having teams where you guys are going to be responsible for PDIing, PCing, and checking in with reps on our team. I asked some of the assistant managers that hung back after team meeting this week how they felt about running their own team. So we are going to have our own teams. With that being said, as assistant managers and as rising branch managers, you guys are in a position of power. You guys are in a position of power, which means that you guys have influence over the reps and an influence over the office. Now, if you guys have not noticed this about me yet, I very much like to be in control. I very like to be in control of the meetings, the conversations, what's happening, making sure you say it this way instead of this way or whatever. And I'm working on my managerial style where I want to give you guys more control, more ownership of the office. And as branch managers, you guys are going to have to learn these skills and you guys aren't going to learn them with me being a perfectionist. So I'm taking a risk and stepping outside my comfort zone and giving you guys a chance and the opportunity to talk to reps, do PCs with reps, and being able to influence other reps. With that being said, make sure that every time that you guys talk to a rep on the team, it's in a professional manner and it's about business. If someone's lonely on a Friday night, tell them to call their mom, not you, right? If you guys are alone and there's a certain type of situation and a conversation that's starting to appear that you don't like, just give me a call. I will be your excuse to get out of that situation or whatever. Now, obviously, I meet with you guys one-on-one all the time. But when you guys are meeting with reps one-on-one, be safe, protect yourself, make sure that you guys aren't put in a situation of he said, she said, whatever. We actually had a district manager, I'm not going to name names, but a division manager. So someone that was in Drew's position in the East Coast, he just got fired immediately for sexual harassment. And I know it's something that doesn't really get talked about much in our business, just because we're like, oh, we're super positive, whatever, like we're really cool, like come hang out with us. But also I want to make sure that you guys are being safe and being smart. He was a division manager, has been here for 10 plus years, millions of dollars in the Cutco Hall of Fame. He was being inappropriate with his assistant managers and with his receptionists. A couple people heard about it. They instantly went to the president and he fired him on the spot. No if, no ands, no buts, no questions. And that is not the type of culture, that's not the type of environment that one, I want to provide, two, that I want to be a part of, or three, I don't want you guys getting caught up in a situation like that. So make sure that in this next section, when we're talking about managing reps and building connections and relationships, that we're doing it in a professional manner, because they fire division managers with no questions asked. What do you think they're going to do to you? So I think that goes without being said, but I feel the need just to say it and just get it out on paper and to say that we've had the conversation about it. Because I don't want Drew being like, you didn't talk to your assistant managers about this, what the fuck are you doing down there? And I'm like, well, I thought it was kind of like implied that you shouldn't fuck your reps. I just want to make sure that I put that out there and make that very clear, very evident that that is something that I do not stand for and our company does not stand for. So with that being said, does anyone have any questions on that? Any clarifying topics? Okay. So with that being said, you guys are going to be getting teams. So you guys are going to be leading a team of sales reps. So reps that go through training and go through advanced training, after they get done with advanced training and after they get done with their first weekend with me, during advanced training, I'm gonna have you guys, or I'm gonna introduce you guys to your new reps. And they're gonna be on your team. I'm thinking 3 people, 4 people max on your guys' teams. Now, there's gonna be some people who do get a team of reps and have a lot of reps. So like, for example, like for Miguel, he's not going to school right now. He's not in college and he's just got a lot of time, and me and him are hanging out a lot this fall campaign. So Miguel might have like 5 or 6 reps. Now someone like Savannah, who's doing school in the middle of soccer season and is a college athlete, and her job right now, her main job is paying her way through school by playing sports. Savannah, no offense, you're probably not going to get a rep unless you really want one, and you're probably just going to get one. So just because that's with your busy
Please
and
do
that.
not give me a rep. Please do not. I'm literally struggling right now.
Cool. So give her one, add on to the pressure. But anyway, so Savannah's not going to get a rep. So there's going to be some assistant managers on our team who do get reps, some who don't. But I want to make sure as a district manager that I'm preparing you guys to run your branch office. And as a branch, you are going to be running your own team of reps, assistant managers, and the people that you train, interview, and recruit. So I want to make sure that you guys are getting that experience now, so that when it comes to summertime, you're like, Trey, how do I do a PC? How do I have this conversation with the rep or whatever? I just want to prepare you guys for the future. So I will have conversations with you guys individually about what reps on the team that you're going to have. I'll put us in 3-way text messages and make sure that you guys are cool and understanding, and that your reps understand that, hey, your check-in calls, your PCs, your PDI, whatever is going to be with your assistant manager, not with me. And once again, this is something that's very outside my comfort zone. Don't make me regret stepping out of it. Make sense? Gorgeous. So you can title this in your notes, running a team. This is running a team. So breaking it down in its most simple form, running a team of reps really breaks down to making sure that 4 things happen every single week or on a bi-weekly basis. Now, for example, for Savannah, I can go 2 weeks without talking to Savannah and she'll be fine, right? She is in school, she's busy. I know she'll get on top of her stuff. I'm not worried about it because me and Savannah have had that conversation before in the past, and I don't need to talk to her on a daily basis. Now, there's some of you guys who I'm making sure that I'm talking to you guys either every day, every other day, or getting a lot more FaceTime with. And that's just because that's your guys' coaching style. That's what you guys need. I want to make sure that I'm prioritizing your guys' relationships and your guys' needs and your guys' wants. But regardless, every 2 weeks, these things need to happen, or every weekly basis, these things need to happen. So one, your guys' number 1 job of running a team is to drive sales. Your guys' number 1 job of running a team is to drive sales. We are in a sales job. This is a sales company. We do sales, drive sales. So when we talk about sales, making sure that they have a good names list, because if they don't have a good names list, how are they going to book demos? If they're not booking demos, how are they making money? And if they're not booking demos and they're not making phone calls, they're not getting recommendations, they're not getting referrals, and then they're going to quit. So names list is the foundation to everything. Like I talk about in advanced training too, that is the foundation to everything that we do. So getting a bigger names list is going to be huge. Next, that your team is booking demos. That your team is booking demos. And a lot of our people that you guys are going to get, they're going to be college students just like you guys. So being like, hey, if I'm like Divinity, just being like, hey, I'm a full-time college student too. I'm doing about 5 to 6 demos a week. It fits around me, my schedule, and that's how much I can handle. If you can only handle like 4 or 3, let's talk about where we can fit those 3 appointment spots in to make sure that we at least are getting some sales and getting an order on the board. Because that's the main goal, is that every single rep, every single week, at least gets 1 order on the board. Right now, obviously, if Divinity has a rep and she's very similar, or they're very similar to her, and like her rep is like, oh yeah, I can do 6 demos too. Fuck yeah, let's do our demos at the same time. Let's make sure our schedules match too, whatever. But making sure that you guys are make sure they have a good names list, that they're booking demos, and then making sure they have the good phone time. Demos aren't going to fall into your reps' laps. I wish I could hand you guys a full schedule of just demos. But that's not the way our job works. You guys have to do it yourselves and you guys have to make the phone calls yourselves. And your reps have to do that too. And making sure that they understand what they put in is what they get out. So if they're not making any phone calls, then they're not booking demos, not making money, not getting recommendations, and it falls apart and they quit. So making sure that they have plenty of phone time. So another reason why I wanted each of you guys individually to make sure that you guys had a phone jam in the books was so that you could also invite the people on your team to do that phone jam as well. Next, making sure that they have a plan. If they don't have a plan, if they don't have something that they're working towards, you guys are all working towards being branch managers. Pax is working towards opening up and running his own business with the peanut butter or running it at a higher level. We all have goals. So it's really easy for me to say, hey, Pax, peanut butter's not going to make and sell itself and you need more startup money. Book some fucking demos, boy. He'll be, oh, fuck, you're right. And then he'll make a plan for himself. Right? For other people like me and Michaela spent like an hour building her college schedule. And like I made sure she put like dinner time, homework time, friend time, demo time, phone time, personal time. Like what bus is she going to take? What building is this class at? How long will it take to get here to here? Like, oh, is it realistically going to take you 5 minutes to get across Boulder's campus? No, put more time in between these events. Whatever it might be, do a full calendar breakdown with your guys' reps, because if they don't know when and where they're supposed to be, how do you expect them to sell? And with that being said too, kind of a bonus tip with their calendar is put it at 2 weeks. Don't do a weekly plan, do a bi-weekly plan. This has been my first and only job, and so I don't really know how other jobs work too much. I have a really good idea, but not for sure. But when I was in college, I was like, oh, I had my schedule down to a T. I planned my entire semester months in advance. Just because I was crazy and I was cracked. But not a lot of people have that skill and have that ability. So if you make sure that they have a 2-week plan ahead, they'll be able to plan for events. They'll be able to plan for friends, social hours. But if they're only doing it every Monday and their friend comes up to them Sunday saying, hey, what are you doing Tuesday? They're like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Then they're going to get upset and then they're going to go and hang out with their friends versus making sure that they're doing the things that they need to do. So make sure that they have a plan for the next 2 weeks so that they can plan to hang out with friends, go to parties, go to frat parties and get drunk and do whatever the fuck you guys want to do. I know what happens. Plan for it. I did. So that's the first part in running a team, is driving sales and making sure that those things happen. Second is PDI. Now, PDI stands for personal daily interaction, or personal daily influence if you're a tryhard. Because all the tryhards like, I want to influence my team, not interact with them. Fuck you, same thing. Anyway, regardless. So personal daily interaction or personally daily influence. Now, what that is the phone call to your reps. Now, it's not a PC, but it's just a phone call to your reps saying, hey, what's up? How you doing? I was thinking about you, whatever. So PDI is meant for a couple things. So PDI 1 develops relationship. PDI develops relationship and rapport. And so like sometimes like, I don't know what it was this week, but I had like 4 different reps call me this week crying. And they're like, Trey, I need help. And I was like, okay, let's talk about it. I'm not going to say who, but I had a couple reps call me crying and you were coaching through that over the phone. It wasn't like a scheduled PC where it's like, hey, let's talk about this. It was just like, hey, I got a call. Let's talk about it. Building relationship, emotionally coaching, professionally coaching, and walking them through kind of the steps of life, because people are going to start looking to you as mentors. Just as you guys come to me with your problems asking, Trey, what should I do? Or Trey, I'm in this situation and I feel this way, make me feel better. You also are going to have reps calling you guys and asking those questions as well. So make sure that you guys are ready to answer those questions, build relationship, and build rapport with your reps through PDI. Next is to drive demos. So a really good like PDI, like I used to have like a little PDI calendar and I'll send it to you guys, but it's like, cool, on Monday morning, I'm doing a round of PDI and I'm saying, hey, it's the last day of the pay cycle. Can we book a same day demo and guarantee yourself a bigger paycheck? Or can we guarantee yourself a paycheck? Oh, it's Tuesday, dude, the new week just started. How can we make sure that we get a demo and a sale today so that we don't have to worry about the rest of the week if it goes to shit, that we're still getting money? On Wednesday, hey, we have team meeting Thursday, right? On every Thursday, I text you guys and say, hey, I'm in training for the next 2 days. What the fuck are you guys doing? Can you guys post in the group me what you're doing? Now that normally should be a phone call, but I'm in training, so it's a text message. So making sure that you guys are like asking like, hey, what's your action step? What's your plan? How many demos are you planning on doing this week? Cool. You want to do 4 demos this week? You've only booked 3. You got to book that 1 more. When are we going to be making phone time? And you guys hear me say it all the time. Around 4 o'clock, or are you going to phone at 4 o'clock? Are you going to phone sometime today? Or when are you phoning today? Right? You have to be much more intentional with the verbiage. You have to be much more intentional and much more intense, because if no one's pushing them to book demos, if no one's pushing them to make sales, they are not going to do it on their own. If I'm not constantly bitching and moaning at you guys to do demos, are you guys going to do demos? Yeah, probably not. Might be 1 or 2 of you who's like, oh yeah, I got goals. But for the most part, I'm really driving your guys' demos, right? We talk about in PCs and over PDI as well. But that's a really good thing to talk about. So driving demos. Next thing that PDI is for is driving event attendance. PDI is for driving event attendance. So saying, hey, we got advanced training on Tuesday. Or like, hey, we got advanced training 2 on Thursday. Or hey, we got team meeting coming up. Or saying, hey, we got our PC coming up Thursday at 6. Are you still good for that? The more a rep comes to the events, the more that you have an influence over your reps, the more likely they are to do stuff and stick around and not quit. The reason why all of you guys are here and the reason why you guys are all branch managers is because you guys are the ones that talk to me the most. You guys are the ones that show up to the office the most. And you guys are also the ones who sell the most. And it didn't happen by accident. That's intentional. So event attendance is huge. The more that you can get people in front of you, the more you can influence people, you're solid. You guys hear me say it all the time. Just get people in front of me. If I have people in front of me, I'm good. Right? So get people in front of you. You are now the leader. You are now the mentor. You are now the one that's leading by example. You are the one that is influencing their decisions. You are now their representation of Vector. Make sense? Cool. Next is check-in, checkouts, and writing deals. Check-ins, checkouts, and writing deals. That's the next form of communication that your reps will have. When you guys first started the job, hey, call me before, during, and after every single one of your guys' appointments. Call me before, let me know who it's with. Call me during if you need a deal. And then let me know how it went. I want to be there to celebrate with you guys. Or if you're really pissed off and you're like, this person fucking sucks, feel you, been there, done that. I'll hate your customer with you. Right? You don't want your reps ever feeling alone. You don't want one bad demo with a shitty uncle or a shitty aunt to turn them away from the job forever. We've all had shitty demos. Show of hands, who's had a shitty demo where you're like, this job fucking sucks. I hate this. I want to quit. Yeah, we've all been there, right? Don't you wish you had someone that you could call and talk to and rant to and who understands it, who gets it, who can make you feel better? Yeah, we all wish we had that person. So be that person for somebody else. Be that person for somebody else. Next thing, with that being said, we're going to be doing a deep dive into deal writing and order writing next staff meeting. And I'm going to show you guys, and you guys are going to become experts at the Cutco Orders app. But I am running out of time. So we're going to keep moving on, but be ready to be a deal master. Play around with your Cutco Orders app. Play around with bonus points. See what you can give away for free, what you can't give away for free, what you can and cannot bonus. Next, the third part in running a team is the PC. So the PC is for teaching and coaching. PDI is not for teaching and coaching. PDI is not for teaching and coaching. That is relationship building, promoting events, driving demos, driving sales, and creating a plan. The PC is for teaching and coaching. Don't coach over the phone. Never ever coach over the phone. So if someone calls you and is like, Cypress, I really can't get recommendations and referrals. You shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, well, let me give you 5 quick keys to get more recommendations and referrals. Don't do that over the phone. They're not ready for that. They're not prepared for that. Now, do you say, oh, I'm not supposed to teach you over the phone. Let's get a PC. No, don't say that. Just be like, hey, read your script, make sure you smile a ton, build a ton of rapport, and I know you'll get it. But let's get a PC and dive in a little bit deeper and see what's really going on. Right? Answer their question, give a Spark Note version, and then dive in deeper in the PC. You will scare reps away if every single time that your name pops up on their phone that they think they're going to be in a 30, 45-minute conversation with you. You will scare reps away, they will not answer the calls, and they will ghost you. That is what the PC is for. Thumbs up if that makes sense. And you guys are kind of starting to notice some of the things that I do when you guys have had questions about shit. I'm like, oh yeah, just do this, this, and this. Let's get a PC about it. Who's ever heard me say that before? Awesome. So here's what the PC is for, and here's how you do a PC. And some of you guys have watched the PC video on Leadership Academy. Some of you guys haven't. Regardless, I still want to go over this too. So 1 is to build rapport and build relationship. It's to build rapport and build relationship. Find common ground. It's very easy to quit a job. It's very hard to quit a what? A person. It's very easy to quit a job. It is very hard to quit on a person. So making sure that you guys are building rapport and creating a friend. Now, a professional friend, right? Please be professional. But build a relationship. And like, even me, for example, I have unique relationships with every single one of you guys, right? There's things that I only talk to Sydney about with Sydney. There's things I only talk to Miguel about versus you versus everyone else, right? Each one of us has a different type of relationship and a different type of dynamic. And that is okay. It's not going to be the same for every single rep, right? It's not going to be the same for every single rep. Now, for example, Divinity, you are very outgoing and you really like to talk. So I know if I ask you a question, you're going to talk and you're going to ramble, and that's how you communicate. That's how you think. And you're a verbal processor. I'm the same way. So like when we have a conversation, when we have a PC, I know that's what it's going to be like. I know what the flow of that's going to be like. And so when I call Divinity, I know that that's what I'm prepared for, because me and Divinity have built a good relationship, right? Versus when I talk to Woodley's much more introverted. And so I got to kind of ask a little bit more questions, peel back a little bit more layers to kind of get to the bottom of like what's happening, what's going on, and that kind of stuff. And that's okay. So you guys are going to have reps that are very extroverted that will tell you anything and everything. And you guys are also going to have reps where you have to put in a little extra effort to build that relationship and to build that rapport and to build that trust. So that's what the point of the PC is to build that relationship, to build that trust, to find that common ground, and to build that relationship. Make sense? Thumbs ups? Gorgeous. Next part of the PC is to add value. So you want to build relationship, invest in them as a person, then you want to add value. So CPR, closing, phoning, recommendations. Until they get to like 4, 5, 6K, don't talk to them about anything but CPR. That's what I preach in training. That's what Drew preaches in training. I say, read your script, read your script, read your script. And if you read your script, you'll do CPR. A lot of reps don't believe you and don't trust you when you say, just read the script. They think you're lying to them. No, focus on CPR. If they're like, hey, I'm having trouble closing. Cool. Pull up your script. Let's go over pages 8 and 9. Let's read it out loud. Let's role play. Let's practice handling objections. Let's practice dropping down. Let's read your script out loud. I'm going to throw some example problems at you. I'm going to say yes sometimes, no sometimes, and we're just going to practice the drop down. Or same thing with recommendations, same thing with referrals, same thing with phone time, whatever it might be. Role play, role play, role play. Get them saying that script over and over and over and over again until it becomes fundamental, because everything else that we do is going to be CPR. Next, make sure you work on your names list with your reps. Names list is going to be huge. It's going to be key. My markers are dying on me and I hate it. So next is going to be names list. Doesn't matter what you teach them if they don't have names and numbers to implement it. I've even hit you guys a couple times with it. I'm like, hey, this PC is going to go one of two ways. All depends on how you answer my next question. How many demos do you have ahead? Right? If it's no demos, cool. Pull out your phone. Let's make some phone calls. Look like, hey, I don't have anyone to call. Gorgeous. We're working on your names list. And then we're going to make 5 or 6 calls. Right? If they don't have any phone time ahead, whatever, you can always do that too. That's one of my favorite things to do, especially to Miguel. But work on their names list. If they don't have anyone to call, anything that you teach them in your PC is going to be useless, and it's going to go in one ear, out the other if they don't have a demo to implement it and try that new skill out in. Next, it's obviously to drive sales as well. Drive sales. This is where you build sales goals. This is where you build sales expectation of getting an order on the board, and no zeros. There should never be a week that any rep on our team is not on the sales report, unless you're on vacation or you just had a family member die. Just like the big stuff. But besides that, on a regular basis, if they don't have something big going on in their life, every single rep on our team should have at least an order on the board. Doesn't matter the size of the order, they just need to have an order on the board. So talk about that with them. How can we get an order on the board? Next is going to be finances. Talk to them about their finances. How do you feel about your commission statement? I did a deep dive into a lot of your guys' commission statements today. Showed you guys how your commission statements work, how much money you'll make this week, how much money you made last week. And we did a deep dive into the amount of money you guys are making. That's so key because it takes one thing for one rep to quit. It takes one wrong paycheck. It takes one time them not understanding their paycheck for them to run away and quit. It takes one thing. So make sure you talk to them about their finances. Look at their commission statement. Bring their commission statement up. How do you feel about how much money you're making? How can we be making more money? How can I help you make more money? So talk to them about their finances. And then lastly, make sure that they leave with a plan. Do a PC, book a PC. Do a demo, book a demo, right? Same concept, same core ideas, same philosophy. Make sure that they leave with team meeting in their calendar, phone jam in their calendar, PC in their calendar. Make sure that they are going to that next event knowing what the fuck is going on for the next 2 weeks, the next week, whatever it might be. Because if they don't know what's going on, then they're not going to show up and they're not going to do anything. They need to be in the know at all times. And then lastly, wrapping it up, number 4 is going to be event attendance. I cannot stress the importance of event attendance. In this job, showing up is 95% of the battle. If you guys show up, you guys will have success. As simple as that. That's why you guys are successful, because you guys are the people that consistently showed up to team meetings. You guys are the people that went to conferences. You guys are the people that never missed a PC. You guys are the people that never missed AT 1 or 2, that don't miss phone jams, and you guys are having success. That is why I'm such a whore for event attendance. Because I know that if you guys show up, things will happen, and things will happen in a good and positive way. Make sense? So with event attendance, accountability partners, having accountability with your team, saying, hey, I'm committed to going to team meeting this week. Are you guys committed going to team meeting this week? I'm committed to going to this phone jam and making 15 calls. Can I count on you to be there with me? These are my goals. These are my expectations. Can I count you along for the ride? Invite them. Sometimes reps, they're used to other work environments where they're cliquey and stylish, and they're like, oh, like, you can't talk to me unless you like, or this, and that, or whatever. We're not cliquey. I don't give a shit. right? Be welcoming, being inviting, and personally invite someone. Say, hey, Savannah, it would really mean a lot to me if you came to team meeting this week. I haven't seen you at last team meeting. I know life's been busy. I know you have a lot of homework. I know you have a lot of classes, but it would really mean a lot to me if you showed up. Right? Sending that personal invite, making it a place and an environment where they feel welcome. We want every single rep to feel welcome, to feel invited, and to feel like they belong. I don't ever want a rep to come through our office and feel like they weren't welcomed, they weren't invited, and that they didn't feel accepted. I'm very big on that. I'm very big on the vector experience and the vector opportunity. That happens other places. I'm sure you guys have had other jobs where that happened, where everyone got together except for you and you didn't get an invite and it felt shitty. That is not us. Everyone is invited to everything, except for staff meetings and staff nights. That's just for the staff. But outside of that, every rep is invited to everything. So accountability partners. So having that accountability of like, hey, dude, team meeting's about to start, dude. I need you fucking here, dude. Open your computer right now. Let's get the fuck on. Right? So making sure that team meeting, phone jams, PC, those are the big three. Team meeting, PC, and phone jams. If your reps come to those 3 events, they will sell. And they will do well. And they will stick around for a long time. And then lastly, the most important reason why I'm doing this, and another reason why I'm doing this, is for culture. We have a really strong and a really good culture with our assistant manager squad. And it feels like it's just like our assistant manager squad and then like everybody else. And I don't want to feel that separation. I'm sure that you guys kind of feel that separation as well. We're like, I don't really know anyone else on the team, or I don't really know what's going on, or like I'm seeing new faces all the time that come and go and I don't really know what the fuck's happening. I don't like that feeling, and I'm sure that you guys have been feeling it too. But this is a chance and opportunity for us to build incredible culture. This is a chance and opportunity for you guys to dictate the culture, for you guys to dictate the mentality, for you guys to really show out and be leaders by examples and be servant leaders, right? You guys hear me say this all the time. How can I best serve you? How can I best help you? I lead by serving. If you guys are having trouble with your names list, cool, let's talk about it. Let me show you how to do this, right? It's leading by example and being a servant leader. That's the type of culture that I have. That's the type of culture that I raised you guys on. And that's the type of culture that I want throughout our entire office. Is helping anyone and everyone, being inclusive, and with you guys having a bigger net of influence over our office instead of me just parading you guys around as human trophies all the time. I think that that'd be a really good opportunity for us, a really good opportunity for our office. I think our retention will go up, and I think our sales report will also go up, because it's like a trickle-down effect. I'm talking to you guys all the time about all this stuff, and then you guys are talking to your reps about this all the time, and it's like a trickle-down effect, right? And I know every single person here at one point or another has been like, this dude Trey is full of fucking shit. What's it really like? That's where you guys come in. This is like what it's really like. You're like, no, dude, really listen to what he's saying, because what he's saying is true. Like, I just read my script and I sold something. It was awesome. I always read my script now. They're like, what, really? Like, that's not just something that Trey always says? Like, no, like, you should actually fucking do it. Like, oh, okay, cool. Then they're going to go out and do it, and they're going to have that success. Right? So with that being said, we are going to have team names. We're going to have team colors, and we're also going to have team competitions. So like, for example, when I was an assistant manager, my team was the team Orange Slices. And so we always wore orange to team meetings. Like, that was our thing. We always showed up wearing orange. So I remember like Emma was like the Panda Bears, and like her team would always wear black or white every week, depending on what week. Like, your team can be like a team color, a team food. It can be, I don't know, like the turning forks, like the turning folks. I don't know, or whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to do a funny, corny, stupid team name to get you guys riled behind and get your team riled behind, we're going to do competitions between teams. So being like, hey, Miguel's team made the most phone calls this week. And so when we do team phone jams, it's going to be you and your team competing. So instead of me putting you guys in random groups all the time, it's going to be your team plus you, like your reps. Like, so the orange slices over here, Pax's petite carvers over
Someone
here.
needs to be blue balls.
What did you just say to me?
Yes, I agree.
Said someone needs to be named blue balls.
Anyway,
Sexually harassed.
I feel sexually harassed. Savannah, we just had this conversation. Anyway, but
No, you're taking it wrong. What if it's like blue ball blueberries or something? You never know.
anyway,
Sexual
Anyway,
harassment if you're talking
you
about
can come up with
blueberries.
whatever team name you want. That's reasonably acceptable. I don't really care, but once again, we want to make sure reps feel warm, welcome, and invited. So anyway, so you guys can come up with your own team names, your own team mascots, whatever it might be. But that's something that we're going to start implementing. This is something that we're going to start doing. Okay. Questions on running a team or what the components go into running a team? Gorgeous. Next thing, and I told you guys that I was going to roast the shit out of you guys today, and here comes the roast. We have not been selling dick, and we're going after big goals as an office. We're trying to win a silver cup, and I need you guys selling, and I need you guys closing more. I need you guys selling more. I need our average order to go up. I need all of our numbers and all of our stats to go up, because collectively, as a group, they're ass. So with that being said, roast done. But I have 5 quick keys and 5 quick tips for you guys to make more demos, to make more sales. So you can title this Selling More Knives. Selling more knives. This is how we are going to sell more knives and ship more Cutco. So one, which we talked about at team meeting today, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, or team meeting yet a couple days ago, is goals. Make sure that you guys have solid goals. So tell your customers that you're running a branch office and that you're preparing to run a branch office, that you're building your savings, that you need more sales for your branch, whatever. Do a deep dive, explain to them what a branch manager is and how hard you've worked to become a branch manager and how hard that you still have to work to make your dreams come true. Talk to them about branch. Next, talk to them about Olean. Talk to them about Olean. Talk about how awesome and how amazing the trip is. Do you guys remember when I had your guys' Olean talks with you guys in your PCs, and I spent like an hour talking to you guys about how dope and how awesome this Olean trip's gonna be? And you guys all said, fuck yeah, let's do it. Yeah, you should have the same conversation with your fucking customers. Just being like, hey, 4 days, 3 nights, get to see Niagara Falls, the company, how it's made, all the knives, all the thermal resin handles, where we get our supplies, and then I want to learn how to be a branch manager, and then we see one of the 7 wonders of the world, and then we go to Canada, and it's gonna be awesome and amazing, and you can really help me out by buying this homemaker set, because that pays for that entire trip. You should sell a homemaker set the first demo you do. So talk to them about Olean. Next, talk to them about college. I'm saving up for college, trying to graduate college debt free. College is expensive. I don't want to take out student loans. I don't want to be in debt. Even though I have a lot of scholarship, I still need more money throughout college because I want to graduate debt free and I want to be financially independent from my parents or whatever. Be relatable. Your Mac customers that have kids, they are going to relate to you and they're going to say, oh my gosh, you're working so hard. What is the biggest stereotype of Gen Z in our generation? We're lazy. What else? We're dumb. Everything's handed to us. What are some other things people say about Gen Z? Sure.
We're not nice.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what they say, right? They say Gen Z, we're lazy, we don't care about others, that we don't work hard, that we're handed everything, that we're just attached to our phones, we don't care about anything else but our phones. Right? Show them you're different. Break the stereotype. You guys are entrepreneurs. You guys are business owners. You guys are all 1099s. You guys are business owners. Show them that you're business owners. Bring that extra level of care. Bring that extra level of ownership. They're going to notice it and they're going to buy it just because you stand out and that you're different from what they hear all the time on the news and on TV and on TikTok. And then lastly, be relatable. Be relatable. Relate to your customers. Relate to your customers. Number 2, kind of diving into that as well. Build more rapport. Build more rapport. You should build rapport during your demo, before your demo, and after your demo. Rapport never stops. Rapport is a relationship that is getting built. You don't just say, oh, I built rapport this one time and then we're good. No, rapport is an ongoing process. Just like with all of you guys, every single time I talk to you guys, I've built rapport with you guys before in the past. What if I just stopped talking to you guys about like rapport building stuff? What if I just stopped having conversations with you guys? Like, this is fucking weird. Right? Like, is Trey okay? It's an ongoing process. It's always happening. It's always ongoing. So from the moment I see you guys until the moment I don't see you guys, I'm building rapport. I'm having side comments. I'm saying conversations with you guys. I'm having a good time with you guys. Right? I'm telling shitty jokes that make you guys sometimes laugh. No? All right, cool. Anyway, like that. But build more rapport with your customers and you'll make more sales. Also, cooking rapport. Cooking rapport is huge. What would you use your blank for? What kind of cooking do you do? Are you mainly a meat eater? Are you mainly a vegetarian? What kind of style of cooking do you do the most? Are you more of a gourmet chef? A lot of like stir fry? Are you doing a lot of frozen foods, a lot of sandwiches, a lot of bagels, a lot of this, a lot of this, a lot of fruits and veggies, or is it mainly meats? Cater to your customers' needs, build cooking rapport. If you can find a use in their kitchen of every single knife in the homemaker set that they have a use for at home with their personal diet, and they can envision themselves using each knife in the set for their personal diet, do you think that they'll buy a homemaker set? Yes. So have them sell themselves. If I tell my customer, what would you use each piece in your homemaker set for? And they say something for all 10 pieces, guess what? They just talk themselves into it. Because if they say, no, I don't think we'd use it, but what about this? What about this? What about that? What about that? Like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, we do need it. They talk themselves into it. So build more rapport before, during, and after. Next, ask for the order. Ask for the order. Get the definite yes or no. Don't be afraid to ask for the order. We talk about it in training. Say, hey, Mr. Jones, this is our homemaker set. Would you like to get this and receive a free set of gifts? Smile and nod. Get the definite yes or get the definite no. If you get a definite yes, that's your opportunity to drop up. If they say yes, but you drop up and they don't like it, cool. Show gifts and accessories, move on. If they say no, handle the objection, try to sell again. If not, drop the fuck down. But you can't get that. You don't know what to do next. How are you supposed to drop up or drop down? If they're like, I don't know, let me think about it. Kind of, sort of, I really like it, but I don't really know. What the fuck do you do then? Get the definite yes, get the definite no. Is it cool if someone doesn't buy a homemaker from you? Yes. Is it cool if someone does buy a homemaker set from you? Yes. But you need to get that definite yes or no first. So ask for the order, get the definite yes or no. That lets you know when you should drop down or when you should drop back up. Lets you know when you should drop down, or that lets you know when to drop up and show the signature and ultimate set. With that being said, once you ask for the order, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Ask for the order and shut up. Be quiet. Don't talk while your customer is thinking. They're thinking it over in their mind. If you ask for the order and said, you want to get your homemaker set today, but also it's really nice and has these thermal resin handles, but I also have this set, but I also have this set, but maybe we can talk about this. And then maybe what about this? What about this? And they're like, what the fuck is this rep talking about? Am I going to buy the homemaker set or not? They haven't had a chance to think about it yet. Be quiet. Shut up. Get the definite yes or no. That's how you drop up or drop down. It's going to feel really awkward at first. The longest I've ever gone without talking is 5 minutes. I literally sat there for 5 minutes with Rex and Melissa Reed Told you guys that story in training or in advanced training. I just sat there and I was quiet for 5 minutes as they were like talking throughout their heads and facial expressions, like whispering shit to each other's ears. If I would have said something, I fucked it up. So shut up. And then lastly, sets. Focus on sets. A studio plus 4 set on a 5 pay is $98. You guys are closing. Our office last week had a $150 average order. $150 average order is an essentials plus 5 on a 5 pay. So if they can afford the same $150 today, then they can afford the same $150 next week or the next month. Yes, that's how budgets work. If you have $150 this month, it'll fit into the budget next month because that's how budgets work. They're fixed. So make sure you put an emphasis on sets. Starter sets are key. I can't tell you how many space savers, how many essentials, how many studio sets, how many gourmet sets I've sold. It's a fuck ton. That's why I was able to level up so much quicker and so much faster than everybody else who was just going after homemaker sets. Number 4, product knowledge. Know your shit. Know your shit about your knives, please. Know about the signature set pieces. Know what comes in the signature set. Know what comes in the homemaker set. Know what comes in the ultimate set. And know how to sell each and every single one of those pieces. The more you learn, the more you earn. And the better you can sell one knife to one person. If you can sell one knife to one person, you can sell them a set. You just do that times however many knives are in the fucking set. So make sure you guys have a good product knowledge. If you're like, Trey, what is a Hardy slicer for? What is a salmon knife for? What does this knife do? Ask. Or ask Pax too. Just like, Pax, can we grab a PC? Can you run over the ultimate pieces with me? Can you teach me how to sell cookware? Can you teach me how to sell flatware? Use Pax as a resource. Now, granted, that's a lot of what key staff is going to be, but still, know your shit, know your pieces. If you are having questions about product knowledge, what can we use this for, this for, this for? How do I sell this? Ask me. I know how to sell it. And then lastly, number 5, names list. Names list, names list, names list. This is going to be so key and so important. Without a good names list, your reps are fucked. And with you guys, I know that you guys also don't have the best names list, and you guys need to work more on your names list. So this link, I want everyone to write it down. This link is tinyurl.com/build my names list. tinyurl.com/build my names list. tinyurl.com/build my names list. It will take you to this PowerPoint right here, and it will walk you through thought joggers. And like, you guys know, like those pages that I showed you in advanced training 1, and we did a thought jogger activity. Yeah, this is what that is. Next, how to send Facebook messages or how to send messaging prospects on Facebook. Jesus. You click on this link, it will take you to a McCall Simmons YouTube video, and McCall will show you how to message your customers on Facebook and get more names and numbers. And then I laid out a really nice message and a step-by-step process on how to message your friends or how to message your prospects on Facebook. Sending your peers messages on social media, saying, hey, this is how you do it. And then the results, the Carfax. And you guys can copy that message word for word, bar for bar, and send it to your friends on Instagram. Next is your neighbors. So sticky note approach. Write this out, sticky note it, slam it on your neighbor's door. Next, emailing or Facebook messages to teachers, professors, and advisors. So if you only have someone's email and you don't have their phone number, this is how you email them, along with scripts for that as well. And then Facebook posts. Savannah does a very good job of this, and she kind of did it on accident, not necessarily because we had this talk, but just because she just did it just to do it. But Get the fuck out of here. But if you can be intentional about having every single customer that you do a demo for, having them post on Facebook and tag you in it, and then it sees everyone in their network, and then everyone in their network, and then everyone in their network, and it can build and expand very quickly. So a layout and a message for your customers to post on Facebook, and then your church club announcements, having the talk with your parents and saying, hey, I'm really dedicated to my goals. Can I get some extra names and numbers from you, Mom? Yearbook and your directories, calling past customers to get more recommendations. I have in a script to call back customers to get more recommendations and referrals on here. And then I have 2 lists on here as well. This is your names list resource. So it has a really good, all of our texting programs, our more names please document. This document right here, it's a very strong document with all of the tips, all the tricks, and all of the scripts that we just showed you. It's all right there. And then it's a video of Kendall, who's a rep down in Arizona, explaining and walking through that document. It's awesome. Watch it. And then Thought Joggers again, Ultimate Thought Joggers, Nicole Simmons doing the Facebook approach. And then this video with Alex Mazurek, it's called More People to See. I was at this meeting when this happened. It was fucking awesome. And it's a great video. It's 25 minutes long, and it will make you think of hundreds of more people that you guys can call to do a presentation for. And then this one was Logan Fanke. He's a district manager out in Ohio, and he spoke at SLC, which means he's a top district manager. I met him. I had a really good conversation with him. He's real cool people. Watch that video. And then Dane Espegard, the Minnesota's version of Drew. He leads a names list building workshop for 3 videos right here. That's fire. And then more scripts in there as well. And then the last one is More Names Please, which is this document that's linked in the one before. But make sure that you guys go through and work on your names list. The more time, attention, and care and detail that you guys give to your names list, the easier it's going to be. Just simple fact. So with that being said, we have 15 minutes left, and I'm running a little bit behind. So I'm going to stop recording because the video that we're about to watch is a YouTube video, and it's going to be our personal growth section of today. So I can't record this, so I'm going to pause the recording, and then we're going to kick back up and have a conversation about it later. Okay, so that video, I wanted to show you guys, just talk about mental toughness, mental strength. Just as you work out your body, you need to work out your mind, right? And I didn't make that video, but it has one of my favorite quotes in it. When you know the why, the hows become easy, or whatever the fuck it is. I would say it all the time. But, right, so knowing your whys. How many times have you guys heard me say a version of that quote? So many freaking times, right? So making sure that you guys are taking full advantage of that, taking advantage of the knowledge that I'm giving you guys, growing mentally. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about stuff, a lot of videos on philosophy. There's books that you guys can read. Now, a lot of you guys are filling your psychological needs with school right now because you have calc homework and computer engineering classes, your nursing programs, whatever it might be. So you guys are growing intellectually as well, but make sure you guys are also growing intellectually in Cutco, intellectually in the personal growth section as well, and growing yourself as a human and as a person as well. Make sense? Thumbs up. Did you guys like that video? Helpful, insightful? Cool. And then next thing that I want to go ahead and talk about is I want to do a summer campaign review. So summer campaign ends Monday at midnight, and I want to do a quick review of what went well and what you guys can improve on. So go ahead and turn to a brand new page in your guys' notes. And I want you to title this Summer of 23. Summer of 23. And we don't have a lot of time. Normally I would have you guys do 10, but for time purposes, I'm gonna have you guys do 3, but you guys can expand on this later. So I want you guys to think back and reflect on this summertime, and I want you to write down 3 things that went really well. What are the 3 things that went really well this summer? Write those down. Can I get a thumbs up when you guys have 3 things that went well? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm talking from a professional point of view as well. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, thank you. All right. Thank you, awesome. So now, right next to that, draw a line. And I want you guys to, right across from that, write 3 things that you could have improved on for this summer. 3 things that you can improve on for this summer, 3 things you can improve on for the next fall campaign. So you'd be like, ooh, I didn't do this very well, and this is something that I need to improve on for the next campaign. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Should I put on like some church music? Thank you. Some elevate, yeah, some worship music. Cool. Underneath of that, we want to do our fall, kind of fall goals. So with fall goals, you're gonna have 2 columns. You're gonna have 2 columns. So in the first column, what are 3 social and or personal goals that you want to hit in the fall? So this fall, in the next 4 months, what are some social goals, some personal goals? This can be like, get more tattoos, hang out with friends more, go to Thanksgiving dinner, whatever it might be. These are social, personal goals that do not have to be Cutco related. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Cool. Now, right next to that. You want my charger? So for your next thing I want you guys to write down is 3 business and or professional goals that you want to achieve in the fall. Is it hitting a promotion level? Is it hitting a sales level? Is it gaining experience? Is it saving a certain amount of money? Is it making a certain amount of money? Is it I don't know. Managing more reps on our team.
It's a 4-month campaign, right?
4-month campaign, correct? So it's all of September, October, November, December. Those 4 months. There are 3 business professional goals that you guys have for the next 4 months in the fall campaign. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Michaela. Awesome. So don't leave the Zoom yet, because I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So this is my outro for the YouTube video. Don't leave yet, because I have one last thing I want to tell you guys that are here in person currently, that the people on the YouTube don't get to hear. So with that being said, that's staff meeting. If you're watching the recording of this, send me 7 takeaways and I'll give you a green box for this video. But with that being said, have a great rest of your day, and I'll upload a video when I upload a video next.